Greetings and salutations. We're here to talk about more of Farscape, and I'm gonna put you down now, kitty, okay? So today we're looking at two episodes from Farscape, in this case episode Nerve and the episode The Hidden Memory. Let's look at the episode Nerve first. What happened in this episode? Well, to save Aeryn's life, John and Chiana must infiltrate a peacekeeper base. There they find an old friend and a powerful, deadly new enemy. I gotta say, like, these two episodes, they're part of a 4-part season finale. I didn't really know that until, I was looking up clips for this video. And honestly, I gotta say that so far for, 2 parts of it, I feel like
Explosive 4-part season finale. This week, a new foe.
I am Scorpius.
An old flame.
Dreamer.
it does its job really well, in the fact, it gets you really excited for the ending of the first season. And honestly, I gotta say, the character of Scorpius, my gosh, he is an intimidating character. Mostly because, yes, I know how sometimes, the costuming for, say, the Peacekeepers, and sometimes some villains, it reminds me of, say, adult costumes for, sex tension or something like that. Especially for Scorpius, I'm gonna be honest with that. That's what he's intimidating as can be.
A deadly combination.
Stay the hell out of my.
But at the same time, I just felt say, the mask and all that, it kind of made me think of that. I'm sorry. But that's just me saying that out of, say, just trying to be silly. But yes, I do think the costumes for Scorpius is great. The makeup for it is awesome. For him is awesome. And I gotta say, the idea of, they're eventually able to save Aeryn's life, and however, one thing that ends up happening is John ended up captured and tortured in a chair that tries to poke you to try to feel where are your memories? What you thinking about? And all that. And, yeah, basically, John is really holds on to his nerves so that he does not reveal things that he feels say this should not be told to the bad guys, kind of deal. And I gotta say, there are some moments in this episode that are pretty great. I feel say John and Gina's relationship is kind of a brother and sisters kind of vibe. Or kind of say when they're trying to get into the Peacekeepers bar or whatever. It's okay, you're getting too much into your role.
I'm...
Chiana, front.
What the hell are you doing? You acting like a trollop was not part of the plan.
They bought it, didn't they?
You're drawing a lot of attention.
The more they look at me, the less they look at you.
But honestly, I gotta say, this episode is pretty good. Let's look at an episode, which is episode The Hidden Memory. What happened in this episode? Well, in this episode, the crew of Moya hatch a plan to rescue Crichton, but will there be any left of him when they reach him? And Moya finally gives birth, but there are complications. And yes, honestly, I gotta say, another character that ends up showing up in this episode, the character of Scorpius, he's basically comes back and says, I need to figure out the things about the wormholes and all that. And then Scorpius says, Do tell! And then he gets put in the chair.
I will make you watch your life.
And, basically, and then, yes, at one point in the episode, Moyes basically ends up, like, delivering her baby, which basically, when it comes out, they say, uh-oh, it has weapons, because, there was, like, say, basically, the Peacekeepers put something, like, I guess, and then, yeah, that happened, so... But it does look like a pretty cool ship, honestly, though. And honestly, I gotta say, this episode has some quite sad moments, whether it is the character of Stark, like, him basically saying, like, hey, I'm just pretending to be crazy, because I've been here for so long, in a way. And also, the fact that, and, Yelena, basically, she tries to help, like, save John at one point, but, like, basically says, like, do you love me or Aeryn? And then, eventually, she ends up stopping Scorpius at one point. However, she takes a shot for John. And I do have to say that the death scene for her character is rather sad, because she goes, like, if there had been another world, would you have loved me? And I thought, that is some good writing, honestly. But honestly, I gotta say, for the 2 parts before the last 2 parts for the season are honestly pretty good. Check them out.